Hello, and welcome to the first installment of Coffee.Run.Beer. My name is Wes Watkins. I'm 36 and I live here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I'm starting this run vlog YouTube channel so that I can share and document what is going to be my next running challenge adventure for 2023 that'll be taking place later this year in November. Before I fully share what that challenge is going to be, I just want to give a quick breakdown timeline of who I am as a runner. So I first got back into running 7 years ago in 2016 when I decided to run my first half marathon. Long story short, that did not go well. I knew I could do better. I knew I could have a better experience. So I told myself I am going to sign up, do the same exact race again the next year. And that was a much better experience. And that's what really got me hooked on running. And I took that momentum into 2018 and decided that I was going to run a half marathon a month for the year, and also try to incorporate as much travel into it as I possibly could. So in 2018, I ended up doing 12 half marathons in 7 different states. And again, just still really riding that wave. Decided to carry that into 2019 with a half marathon a month, also tacking on my first ever marathon. And much like my first half marathon, that race did not really go well either, but I still had a great overall experience. And at that point knew that just because that one didn't go well, I was going to pick it up and try again, at some point. So also 2019, I ended up doing my first ever 50K trail ultra marathon. And that's what got me really into trail running, was that first 50K. Again, it didn't really go well either, but it was more about just getting it done and having the experience. So ultimately just really glad to do that and cross that finish line. Carrying into 2020, really stoked on ultra marathons and trail running. So the first week of January, I signed up for a 50-mile race that was going to take place in September. Also that same year, in the first weekend of March, had my second go at a road marathon, which went a little bit better. But if you remember, March 2020 is also when the world shut down. So I was unsure about whether or not my 50-miler in September was going to take place. Fortunately, it did happen. A lot of changes were made, a lot of restrictions put in place, but I was very thankful to be able to toe that start line and do that first 50-miler. You're going to notice a pattern here. My first 50-miler did not go well, but it was a great experience looking back on it. I still had a lot of fun. Fortunately, I had a great crew there with me that day, so they got me to the finish line. Took longer than I expected. But finishing a race is finishing a race. So I was very happy about that. Then 2 weeks later, after that 50-miler, another 50K, I thought I was going to do a third 50-miler, or a third ultra, second 50-miler in December of that year. Ended up really burning myself out after that 50K. So we paused that. And that brings us into 2021. I only really had one agenda that year, another crack at a 50K. And leading up to it, I was starting to experience my first ever bouts with injuries. And unfortunately, I was not able to do that 50K. I had to drop to a 10-miler, but it was a year of no ultras and a little sad, but we bounced back hard. In 2022, some friends of mine mentioned a race out in California called the Broken Arrow Sky Race. And this was far and away one of the most amazing races I have ever done. If you ever get the opportunity to do it, prepare yourself for a lot of vert, but when you get to the summit of that mountain, you will see nothing but beauty, and it is well worth it. 2022, after Broken Arrow, got back home and did one more 50K, and then the elusive 50 miler that I was going to do in December of 2020. Did finally get to knock that one out, and that was actually in just December last year, so a few months ago. Now that brings us here to 2023. Last minute, I jumped in on a trip with some friends out west to Arizona. We did the Black Canyon Ultra. A few of our friends did the 100K. I opted for the 60K because I was not in the best shape at the moment, but FOMO was kicking in, and I knew I couldn't miss out on that trip, so I had to go for it. And as the years have gone on, I have just really enjoyed the ultra marathon trail running community. I have made the best friends in the world over the last few years, and it's brought me nothing but joy. And that brings us to this moment here, where I'm officially declaring that in November of this year, I will be running the Pinhoti 100 in Sylacauga, Alabama. So right here in front of me, I have my laptop pulled up with the registration page ready to go. So I am doing this on camera, literally just for the accountability and to document that journey from start to finish. I'm not a robot. Process. We are processing. And it is confirmed. It is confirmed. And my goodness, that is scary. But you know what? I cannot wait. I cannot wait to document every single step of this journey, or as much as I can to share with y'all. I will be posting once a week, keeping everybody updated. Training will fully start in May, so here in like 5 weeks. Giving myself just a little bit of rest, recovery, recuperation time. Ever since October of last year, just been a little bit sluggish, been putting in a lot of miles, a lot of races, but as spring is springing, I can feel the motivation slowly but surely surging back, and cannot wait to see what happens over the next 7 months. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. This is going to be an awesome adventure, and I cannot wait to share it with you folks. Bye. Take it to the